especially practice of metta as we do every day. Close the pictures. Let us recite Metta Sutta in English, and those who have memorized, I have been repeating this almost every day, both morning and evening for the last almost 2 weeks. By now, some of you might have memorized. If you have not memorized or you are new, just pay attention to these words and try to cultivate this thought in your own mind. May all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds, whatever living beings there may be, without exception, weak or strong, long, large, medium, short, subtle or gross, visible or invisible, living near or far, born or coming to birth. May all beings have happy minds. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere. Neither from anger nor ill will should anyone wish harm to another. As a mother would risk her own life to protect her only child, even so towards all living beings, one should cultivate a boundless heart. One should cultivate for all the world a heart of boundless loving friendliness, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without hatred or resentment, whether standing, walking, sitting, lying down, or whenever awake. One should develop this mindfulness. This is called divinely dwelling here, not falling into erroneous views, but virtuous and endowed with vision, removing desires for sensual pleasures. One comes never again to birth in the womb. With these wonderful thoughts of metta, let us focus our mind on our breathing, paying total undivided attention to the present moment in which we find the breath. It is always present, available for us. Then, while breathing in, be aware of inhaling. When the lungs are full, inhaling stops. For after very brief pause, exhaling begins. When the lungs are empty, exhaling stops, and then immediately inhaling begins. When the lungs are full again, inhaling stops, and there will be a pause. And this repeat over and over again all our life. This is the moment that we can pay attention to it and understand what really is happening to us all day long. All day long, all night long, always the breath coming and going. And along with the breath, inhaling and exhaling, as we breathe in and out, we feel the breath. Then we perceive the breath mentally. Then we pay attention to the breath, deliberately pay attention to the breath, and we become conscious or aware of the breath. These are the most simplified version of the 5 aggregate. The breath is the body. Buddha himself called it breath body in Anapanasati Sutta. And the feeling of the breath belongs to the feeling aggregate, Vedana Khanda. Then perception belongs to perception aggregate, Sanya Khanda. Attention, paying attention belongs to the Sankhara Khanda. And volition and consciousness belong to Vijnana Khandha. These are the five khandhas or five aggregates. They are called aggregates because each of them have more than one single thing. And then when we pay attention to them and breathe very carefully, without verbalizing, conceptualizing, paying total attention to the breath, and then because of that very uh, keen attention, the body relaxes, mind relaxes, breath relaxes, and then our sleepiness, drowsiness, restlessness and worry, doubt, greed and resentment will fade away because mind is fully engaged in the awareness of the breath, feeling, perception and so forth. And then body and mind becomes relaxed and calm. All these hindrances subside and then we gain concentration. When we gain concentration, there will be very pleasant, beautiful feeling of metta and then feeling of compassion. We feel, we experience joy because of that, and then happiness, and then concentration. These are happening very naturally. These factors that I mentioned now are called jhanic factors, and then we gain the first jhana. Or we gain concentration with jhanic quality. Since we don't have too much time to develop it, we may lose it, but experience is very rich, meaningful experience. With this, let us start our focusing mind on the breathing. Dukkha pattaca nidukkha, bhaya pattaca nibbhaya, soka pattaca nisoka, hontu sabbe pipanino. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all living beings. Friends, once again, with this pure, clean state of mind, just we have achieved from this practice of meditation, we must wish all those who are in pain, suffering, victims of this COVID-19, the number is increasing every day, and we want to wish the number go down, people return to their normal health, and we want to wish them to be peaceful and happy, live their regular family life with their regular activities, and all those others who support them, medical professionals, their assistants, and other individuals in various capacities trying to help these people, religious people, educational institutions, and various philanthropists do what they can to help these people. May all of them be healthy, peaceful, and live in good health to support these victims of COVID-19, and all of them be well, happy and peaceful, and return to their normal life and live long in very good health. Now, second round of questions start right now. You can start asking me the questions.
Bhante, what did the Buddha say about learning and memorizing the Dhamma?
Mm,
The importance of that.
that is also important. At least you have something in memory to use in any situation. So Buddha has given many thousands of sermons explaining the same thing at various places for various individuals, for them to learn, memorize, and put them into practice. First, Buddha said, Ohita soto dhamma sunati sutra dhamman dhareti dhartanam dhammanam attang paparikati. Like this, you pay attention with your good intention, learn the Dhamma, memorize Dhamma. Once you memorize, you investigate the meaning of Dhamma, and then you will be very happy, glad that you learn the meaning of these words, and then put them into practice and make your life peaceful. And therefore, memorizing is very good for that reason. But memorizing only for other reasons, just to win arguments or just to show off how much you know and to defeat in debates and be very proud of what you learned. These are wrong motives, wrong purposes of learning Dhamma. If you learn Dhamma, the more you learn Dhamma, more humble, more simple you will be, and then Dhamma will help you to live a wholesome life. For this, Dhamma is very important. It is important to memorize Dhamma. And they are called learned persons. That is why Buddha encouraged people to discuss Dhamma at suitable time. That is a blessing. Listen to Dhamma. That is also a blessing. Live in accordance with the Dhamma. That's a blessing. So we get blessings from learning, discussing, practicing, putting Dhamma into action. You get blessings. For this reason, learning Dhamma is good. More importantly is after learning or while learning, even if you know very little, put your Dhamma into practice. That is the most important. Putting Dhamma into practice is the most important thing.
Sadhu. Thank you, Bhante.
Good.
Bhante, which meditation practice is best for training the mind to remain in the present moment? Breath or metta? And what are the various benefits of one versus the other?
The being in the present moment and practicing mindfulness is more beneficial than anything else. Metta practice is very good for our general, ordinary, day-to-day life. When we associate with people, it would be very handy for us to deal with the various unpleasant situations. Metta is good. But as I said, the mindfulness practice, being present moment, is more important because even metta comes to an end, and metta itself is impermanent, and mindfulness sees impermanence in everything. That is that override everything else.
Thank you, Bhante.
You're welcome.
Bhante, if everything is impermanent, including wholesome mind states like generosity, if those also are fleeting, why is it important to cultivate them?
Yes, cultivating generosity, for one example, as you mentioned, is the way to overcome our greed. Greed is the cause of suffering. We want to end suffering. In order to end suffering, we must remove the cause of suffering. Cause of suffering is greed. Therefore, practicing generosity is a very effective way of letting go of our clinging, craving, attachment to things. And therefore, generosity is very, very important. In fact, generosity is mentioned in the second step of the Noble Eightfold Path, that is thought of letting go. Kamma sankappa. Kamma means giving up, renunciation, renouncing. What do we renounce? We renounce desire. And thought of renouncing desire, thought of letting go of desire is one of the three wholesome thoughts in that category. Therefore, generosity is in that step of the Noble Eightfold Path, and therefore it is right in the heart of Buddha's teaching because of its importance.
Thank you, Bhante.
Mm.
Could you please explain the power of the Karaneeya Metta Sutta, and in what instances would you evoke it?
Karaneeya Metta Sutta, when you have fear, confusion, to console yourself and to generate very wholesome, peaceful atmosphere around you. So when you have any unwholesome, evil spirits around, when you chant Karaneeya Metta Sutta, they all will will be happy and be happy to listen to it, and they won't haunt yourself, your homes and so forth. They will disappear. So for this it is very good. Practicing metta has many benefits. 11 benefits are mentioned in the Metta and Sansa Sutta. The benefit of metta discourse. These 11, I don't know whether we have time to answer. 11 is you can sleep well, get up well, in between you will not have nightmare, you will be pleasant to human beings, pleasant to non-human beings, you will be protected by deities, you will not be affected by fire, poison and weapon, and you will gain better concentration very quickly. And if you do not attain any higher distinction, attaining sotapanna and so forth in this very life, then you will be reborn in Brahma realms. These are the benefits. So, because of these benefits, metta meditation practice is very good. Just to calm and make the mind peaceful and relax, and then to get rid of fear and develop our wholesome mental states, friendly mental states.
Oh, here's a good question.
Yeah,
Bhante, can we practice metta and mindfulness in one sitting?
sure. You begin with metta and proceed with mindfulness, as we do today, every day.
Right.
Yes.
Bhante, may I know how to apply, I guess it would be important to define this for everyone. May I know how to apply yoniso manasikara in daily activities?
Okay. Yoniso manasikara is translated as mindful reflection, but it has deeper meaning only when we understand the Pali word very clearly. It makes sense. Yoni means origin, the source of something. Manasikara means manasi in the mind, kara means putting in the mind the origin of whatever arises. So in daily life, we can, if we remain mindful, you will see the beginning of any problem, anything wholesome or unwholesome, you can see it starts in a very simple, very insignificant way. It starts and slowly builds up and builds up the momentum to become very strong, and then it becomes strong. So when we have mindful reflection, yoniso manasikara, as soon as it arises, you nip in the bud, because you are very well aware of its negative impact on your life. If it is positive, immediately you make determination, have your strong commitment to develop, cultivate, maintain, and sustain that wholesome mental state. For this reason, Yoniso manasikara is very important. It's the main purpose is to see the origin of wholesome and unwholesome. For instance, when you get angry, the origin is the root of hate. Hate is unwholesome root. There are 6 roots, 3 wholesome roots, 3 unwholesome roots. 3 wholesome roots are non-greedy, alobha, not hatred, adosa, and clarity or wisdom, amoha. Unwholesome roots are greed, hatred, and delusion. So, when certain mental state arises, you will see what the root of that mental state is. And then, if it is unwholesome, we get rid of it. If it is wholesome, we cultivate it.
Ready to wind down?
Mm-hmm.
Ready to wind down?
Wind down. All right. Now, friends, once again, we want to wind down today's session, and I want to wish all of you very, very wholesome good night, and see you tomorrow morning at
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you,
Bhante.
Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Good night.
Thank you,
Bye.
Sadhu.
Thank
Good
you.
night, Bhante.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Bye.